Hey guys, what's going on? It's BigK Crypto here. Welcome to my channel. This video is all about my top 3 ways of making passive income in crypto, okay? And that's true passive income. This is just going to be my opinions and obviously my experiences with what has been working for me so far, right? Now, before we get started, read the disclaimer, understand it. None of this is financial advice, just my own personal thoughts, opinions, and experiences. So with that out of the way, first of all, what is passive income? Basically, passive income means going to bed at night and waking up in the morning that much richer, okay, from doing very little to nothing at all. And, you know, a lot of people dream about this. And I think where, you know, a lot of people go wrong, especially you millennials out there, right? You've all got things too easy for you now, right? And things are a lot easier. And, you know, we can exploit that, you know, with the internet and everything else. But sometimes things aren't as easy as a click of a button. So, you know, that's what real passive income is. And actually, before we go into the top 3 ways of passive income, let me talk to you about the number 1 way of active income in crypto, okay, as far as I'm concerned. And that is leverage trading. Now, all of my passive income streams that I have help support and pay for my lifestyle, right? They pay for my lifestyle. But at the same time, what I boost and actually what is my main source of income in crypto, guys, is leverage trading. Now, if you don't know who the Oracle is, go and check out his videos. I've got all his channels linked below in the description box. And he's who taught me how to leverage trade, what, 2 years ago or so? And I make that monthly, right? I make, you know, enough every month to be very, very, very comfortable. And, you know, thanks to the Oracle for, you know, doing that, and obviously all these other platforms and gearing me in the right direction, I've made my life full-time crypto, right? So that is the active income. The reason why I mention that is because trading, you know, once you get to know it and you know what you're doing and you know how to do it, actually it becomes passive income, okay? Because it doesn't require much effort at all. However, at the beginning, of course, you know, there's a learning curve and everything else, which is why I've kind of put that in the active bracket. But I did want to talk to you about that because, well, you know, my life isn't just about the passive income. It's, of course, about leverage trading as well, which I don't talk about a whole lot on this channel because, well, this is all about passive income. Anyway, let's move on to the passive income stream. So I'm going to go with my top 3, and I'm going to go with my number 3 slot. Okay, and that number 3 slot to make passive income, and this is going to be a bit of a strange one, is become a YouTuber. All right, and you're going to say, well, what the hell? How is that a passive income stream? Let me talk you through it. Right now, I started doing videos. I don't even remember when. What was it, in June, May? I don't know. At some point this year anyway, right? And, you know, that's thanks to my buddy Oracle telling me, you know, pushing me to go out and do it. And, you know, here I am today. Almost 2,000 subscribers, which to me, guys, you know, it might be a small number, but to me, it's a massive, massive deal. I remember being on 200 and thinking, you know, that was amazing. So thank you all anyway for subscribing. So I'll put that out there. But my point is here is once you have a YouTube channel and you start to, you know, create content, and you start to go into things that, you know, platforms, right, or smart contracts and things that you're putting your own money and you're investing your own money and time into, you then make more time to create content for those platforms, whatever you're going into, and you project them to the world, right? And people are going to watch your stuff, and some people are going to really like what you do, and they're going to appreciate that. And where you can make a passive income stream from YouTube, and I don't mean the whole monetization, putting ads and stuff like that. I don't believe in any of that nonsense. I haven't done it. In fact, I applied for it anyway, just to see, you know, the whole process and stuff. But either way, I wouldn't be shoving ads on my videos anyway. But yeah, you know, there is obviously that side. But the other side to it is, guys, is, you know, there's referral commissions, and you can make commissions on things. And I don't mean to go out there and scam people, and you're not going to. And if you do, then, well, I'll find you and I'll take you down myself. All right, but if we talk about something like Ethereum Gold, which we're obviously going to talk about this later, you know, you have something like a referral link, and if you were to share your referral link to people through the medium of something like your YouTube channel, well, then guess what? People are going to use your link, and you're going to make an income from it. Okay, so YouTube is actually a very, very good way of making passive income. There's loads of other things you can do. You can do Amazon, you know, marketing, you know, all this other kind of stuff, which I don't bother with. But, you know, when I go into platforms, you know, whether it be the really, really super low risk or the really sketchy high risk stuff, you know, I put content out there and I put my time into making videos that will be informative and educational, right? Obviously not financial advice. But, you know, usually I'll put links in there, and, you know, people will use my links and I will make referral commissions. Now, there's no secret to that, right? That's why we become YouTubers ourselves, because, well, we put the time and the effort into making these videos, and the people who appreciate that and want to go into these channels are going to use our link to show that appreciation, right? That's as simple as that. So my number 3 spot of making passive income in crypto is become a YouTuber. It doesn't cost you the earth, all right? For me, I didn't even start off with a really cheap ass mic. I started with the mic on the computer. I mean, my early videos were terrible and dreadful for audio, but I didn't care. All I needed was the appropriate software, right? You can use something like OBS Studio that can capture your screen, like what I'm using now. In fact, let me just quickly show you it, right? It's this, right? I know it looks a bit funky right now because you're seeing it through this window, but OBS is a good screen recorder, and that's it. And you can create videos, guys, and you don't have to edit them and create super graphics. And I mean, I spent a lot of time at the beginning, the early days, putting all these different images and stuff in my videos. And well, now as you can see, I don't, but I do, show around things, right? And as you can see here, look, we've got a link. So YouTube and being a YouTuber can create you a passive income, and it's not too difficult. The first few steps, people think, oh, but who's going to listen to me? I mean, I thought the same thing. I thought, who the bloody hell is going to want to listen to me, right? But thanks to Oracle, he gave me the push, and if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be doing this at all. So YouTube is my number 3 in terms of true passive income. And when I say true, guys, I mean true, right? I don't mean signing up to these sketchy things, online, and they're going to send you courses and you've got to do this and do that, or fill out surveys and they're going to pay you and all this kind of stuff. None of that. You can create passive income just from having a channel alone. Obviously, it's kind of borderline passive, right? Because once your channel has got its momentum and it's, and you've got your own momentum with it, it's very effortless to do, right? Making this video. I mean, I've got no script in front of me. I'm just talking like I would be talking to somebody in front of me, right? In fact, I talk, my best conversations I have are with myself. That's not weird. Anyway, so the point is that it does become easy. Obviously, at first, it does take a bit of time getting used to creating your channel, doing all that kind of stuff. But once you get used to it, it is a very great and profitable source of passive income. So that's my number 3 spot, guys. Get yourself a YouTube channel. Simple. Now, let's go to my number 2. And my number 2 is, of course, the Crypto.com app. But more specifically, guys, core number compounding. Okay, there are many people out there that are doing Crypto.com videos, and they're showing you, well, in fact, let me show you. They're showing you things like getting the card and being able to make a percentage back on cashback. And by the way, all these things are legit and they are great, but of course they are slow burners, right? Pay, so you can buy vouchers and stuff and you get lots of points, and basically a lot of crypto cashback is going on through all of this. All right, the most popular thing that people do videos on when it comes to Crypto.com is, of course, this earn feature right on the top bottom left. And what this allows you to do is, as you can see, you can earn up to 18% per annum on your crypto assets. And a lot of people go into this, right? And, they might say, right, I want to stake my Bitcoin, and, I'm going to do that for, I think, what are the options that it gives you? If I click start earning now, as you can see, I don't really do it here. So you can just choose your currency. You can say, right, I'm going to stake Bitcoin. And you can do a flexible, okay, which is 2% per year, monthly and 3 monthly. Very small percentages for me. But that's Bitcoin, that's why, right? I mean, if you look at something like Crypto.com, CRO coin, of course, that's 18 per annum. So if we were to just choose the CRO coin here, even if you went with the flexible, which means you can stop it at any point in time, you still get 5%. But of course, if you do it for the monthly, it's 16, and for the 3 monthly, it's 18%. So, even still though, for me, that's too slow. I don't do long-term hodling in that sense, okay? However, a lot of people can see that as profitable and do that kind of thing. For me, I use my Bitcoin and my crypto, whatever it is, daily. I don't like to just hold it onto a platform because I like to generate it fast, okay, which is why I do leverage trading, for example. But that's an option. But what's more important here is the core number compounding. Now, this is another technique from Oracle, okay? Core number compounding, the strategy, which I've done before a few times and they've been very profitable. However, I've decided this time around to do it on the Crypto.com app. And the reason why is because I have a Visa card, right? And their Visa card is cool because you do get 3% cash back on every purchase that you make. What else? Spotify and Netflix is all free, all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm using that predominantly now for pretty much anything, right? And then, as you can see, I've got a fiat wallet, which is separate. and then my Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the CRO that I have up here, I actually have that because you have to stake a certain amount of CRO to actually get this card, all that kind of stuff. So check out my other videos on that because I do talk about that in a bit more detail. But as you can see, I've got Bitcoin and Ethereum here, and I'm using the core number strategy of 1500 on Bitcoin and 1500 on Ethereum. Now, when I get about a 4 to 5% increase or decrease on these numbers, I will either shave off the top, so essentially sell off an amount of Bitcoin or Ethereum and cash it into fiat, or top it up, right, and buy more Ether or BTC to bring up to my core number. So for example, here we're at 1512. I wouldn't shave off the 12 quid just to get me back down to 1500 because, well, you know, that's just me tiptoeing. I'm going to wait for this to get to at least 1580, 1590, if not 1600, right? And then I'm going to take off from here. And the same thing with Ethereum. I mean, look, we're at 1455 here, but that's not enough for me to add to it yet. If this gets down to about 1410, 1420, then yes, I will buy more Ether. And then what's going to happen eventually, guys, when, of course, as we know, things go up and they go down. When they eventually do go up and I can, you know, shave off the top, I'm going to be constantly feeding that fiat wallet, okay? And it's kind of, in a way, you're buying low, selling high, but you're doing it with a purpose. And that's the very, very important thing. Somebody else mentioned in one of my videos when I talked about this, well, you're just buying low, selling high. Kind of. I mean, you are in theory, however, you're doing it with a strategy and you're doing it with a purpose with that core number. If you haven't got that core number to guide you along the way, you have no idea when to sell. You have no idea when to buy. Okay, it's just a guessing game at that point. And as we know, crypto is obviously very volatile, and you know it can really stab you in the back. Now, this is my number 2 passive income source. Okay, when it comes to low risk, this is the one. Why? Because, well, it's easy. I don't have to look at the charts all day. I don't have to look at this all day. I get notifications come up on my phone saying, oh, we've had a couple of % up or down on Bitcoin or Ethereum. And then I look at this very briefly and say, nah, I'm not going to do anything with it and turn the app off. Very simple. All right. And over time, and this is an over time thing, this does eventually increase the fiat wallet amount. Okay. Or if it's not, and I'm taking out of here and buying, popping up more, it's increasing my holdings of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So when we do have that upshoot again, I will then be making even more fiat. So you see how that works? So that is my number 2 way of making passive income in crypto, true passive income. All right. Great, nice and easy to get your head around. You know, you can do it straight away. And like I said, if you do it in conjunction with this Cryptocom app and card, it's great because you're keeping I'm keeping everything in house. Anything I put on here in the fiat card, I can top up into my MCO Visa card when I need to, spend it, you know, buy things, do what I want. And then it's like it keeps recycling, right? Because I keep getting cash back and all this kind of good stuff. So, you know, that, and of course obviously all the benefits and features of the Crypto.com app. You know, there's other ways of making income there as well, but this is the one that I'm talking about. This is the true passive income stream for me in the number 2 spot when it comes to crypto. So that's that. Now, what's number 1? Well, I think most of you guessed it already, and that is Ethereum Gold. Okay, this is my top number 1 spot when it comes to passive income. This will create you a very good stream of passive income every single month without fail. All right. The only way it won't do is if for one whole month nobody zero interacts with this contract or buys and sells in and out, right? Which is very, very, very unlikely. And the reason why I say that is because, guys, if you don't know what Ethereum Gold is yet, definitely check out my videos. In fact, I'm going to put a video here in the top right corner of your screen to check out if you haven't seen it before, just to kind of explain how it is, how it works, and all that good stuff. But the long and short of it is when you buy tokens with Ethereum, right? So for example, you're to buy into this contract, your tokens are going to give you the ability to earn dividends every time after you are a token holder. People buy and sell in and out of the contract, and you're going to get dividends based off of that, right? Because 10% gets distributed as dividends to everybody when people buy in, and of course 10% gets distributed as dividends when people sell out of the contract. So you know, this is a great source of passive income. Now let me give you some figures on this. Where's my diary? In September alone, and you know, I do these screenshots now. I used to do them every day. I'm being a bit lazy, to be honest, but from the 1st of September to the 30th of September, that's a whole range of a month, right? And as you can see, these 4 days here, or these 4 screenshots, let me bring this up a bit. I reinvested that amount, I reinvested that amount, I reinvested that amount, and I reinvested that amount. All right, that's a good $400, $500, $600 right there, right? But even though I reinvested those 4 times, and quite a considerable amount as well. Look, I withdrew these 3 days, and I withdrew on this day, which was about 185 there, 310 there, and 282 there. Now that in total, guys, for the whole of September, right, for just what I've withdrawn, I have withdrawn $779.09, right? That's not bad for passive income. Now, you're going to look at that and say, well, you're a YouTuber. You get referrals because, as you can see here, referral earnings, 214 out of that 282. That goes back to my number 3. Remember, we were talking about that number 3 slot. We're saying about being a YouTuber, creating content, because at the end of the day, people who like your content and appreciate your content, they will use your link, right? Nothing scammy, nothing sketchy about it at all. It's just the thinking, you know what? I really like this video. It really helped me out a lot. Let me use this guy's link. Right, and I like to think that people obviously, like my content enough to use my link. That's kind of like the payment of appreciation, so to speak, right? So yeah, you're going to say, oh, you made loads of dividends just from referrals, but well, I mean, I'll go through these screenshots again with you, right? I'm not going to do the calculations now, but those are the 3 screenshots, and I actually calculated it earlier. If I was just to be looking at dividends alone without referrals, I made last month in September alone $386.39. So let's just call it round up, right? $400. Now, a couple of things. One, obviously, you saw that I'd reinvested a few times, so I could have chosen not to, right? Although I'm doing a bit of both, as I've said many times. 2, it's been quite a slow month, right? September was quite slow. We had issues with, really extortionate gas prices, so a lot of people weren't really interacting with the contract, and other reasons, right? The whole uni thing, whatever else. Now, because of that, we didn't have a lot of people buying in and selling out of the contract, which meant the dividends were still low. But for even a low month, right, a low season, I'll call it, 400 quid, right, or $400, close to $400 for doing absolutely nothing. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Now, that's based on the amount of tokens that I've got. So, of course, yeah, I bought in at a cheaper price, but that's on, the basis of having just under 5,000 tokens. Now, you might say, well, if I want to get 5,000 tokens right now, I've got to spend, well, as you can see, about 30 grand. Yeah. And, that goes back to that point of, no one's ever going to make money for nothing, right? You've either got to do something, you've actually got to be, active in doing something, right? So doing a service for somebody or whatever else and getting paid, or you've got to put in some kind of element of risk, right? Now, when people first go into this, if they don't do the research, they might see it as an element of risk because they don't see the true power of this investment. And obviously, whenever anybody puts money down into something, there's always that moment of sweat, thinking, oh, have I done the right thing? Am I going to lose my money? All that kind of stuff. But actually, when people look into this contract more and more, and they understand how it works, and they understand the premise and how powerful this smart contract is, they'll realize the risk is close to zero. And the reason why I say close to zero is because, well, nothing in this life is certain, right? Even in life, there's always risks, right? So, this is my my number 1 spot. If you want to get 5,000 tokens, well, you could say, well, I'm only going to get 1,000 tokens. And every now and again, I'm going to reinvest. I'm going to reinvest and then withdraw, reinvest and withdraw. Or I'm just going to keep reinvesting until I get to that 5,000 mark. Or don't even worry about getting 5,000 tokens. Just have 100, 500, wherever it is, right? The whole point of the smart contract is that it is just pure passive income. It's here to help people. And it's one of the very few genuine things that you're going to find in this crypto space, right? Myself included, right? But this smart contract and the developer alike, right? And I'm going to use the words of nobody here as well because he says it amazingly. Sunny, the developer, is a unicorn in this space. You're never going to find another developer that is as clear cut, straight down the narrow, right? Completely genuine, completely helpful, and dedicated to the whole community than Sunny. No, you won't find that. And it's very, very rare to find that kind of person because everyone else is, in crypto out for their own selves, whereas Sunny isn't. Okay, and if you get to know him, you can get to chat to him on Discord or on Telegram, and his YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. You will also find the same. But anyway, I'm not going to kind of do a whole advert on Ethereum Gold. This is just my take on my number 1 slot, of what is true passive income for me right now. So just to kind of go over everything, number 3 was be a YouTuber. Create content. Put your content out there, and then if there's links and people can use your links, that can help you out. That's going to be a step into that passive income, right? Into getting that passive income. Number 2 was the Cryptocom app, right? And doing core number compounding. And by the way, guys, you don't have to do core number compounding on the Crypto.com. You can do that on Coinbase Pro. That's what I used to use it on, okay? And other exchanges. The principle is still the same, but it's the strategy that works, and that is what is the passive income earner, and that hits my number 2 slot. And of course, number 1 is this Ethereum Gold, which is the winner. Now, I do use also Ethereum Capital. In fact, I exclusively use Ethereum Capital. The only reason I don't use it is when I'm doing videos, because everybody is more used to this interface. However, it's exactly the same smart contract, guys. Exactly the same. You can see the numbers all reflect here as well, the same. It's just a different UI, right? And I prefer to look at this. I like the fact that it's all USD focused here. And it's just something that I'm used to. But guys, there's 3, 4, 5 different user interfaces for this smart contract. Find the one that works well for you. So guys, those are my top 3 passive income streams in crypto. I hope you've really enjoyed the video, and I hope it's been, you know, some sort of educational or at least entertainment. Okay, it's none of this is obviously financial advice, as I mentioned at the beginning. Do check out, I've got my link below, and it's something that I'm doing now. I'm getting rid of all of my links on my channels. All I'm doing is giving you one link, which is to my link tree, right? Which looks just like this. Now, my link tree here basically is just the place that holds all of the links and all of the platforms for smart contracts and things that I go into, right? As you can see here, we've got Ethereum Gold and Ethereum Capital. Okay, these are the 2. Obviously, they're right at the top there because they are, you know, the best when it comes to passive income. I do occasionally go into hypes and stuff, and, you know, keep an eye on this. If you do end up going into a hype, the minute I take this link off, it means I am not confident in that hype anymore. But yeah, hypes are a completely different thing, and I don't advise you looking into that, especially if you're looking into passive income. And then down below here, you've got the Crypto.com Visa card, so you can get $50 free if you do decide to use it, right? Use my link, which is great. Surfshark VPN, it's a great VPN as well. It's got really good offers on, and it's actually got a really good service as for VPN. And when it comes to crypto, guys, I really do recommend, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, VPNs are essential. The Coinbase exchange, if you do want to use Coinbase, you know, it's there. Simple swap, this is really cool. So if you are in a, you know, spot of bother and you need to change your Bitcoin into Ethereum, or you need to swap Ethereum into, you know, whatever, well, actually, God forbid, don't turn Ethereum into any other kind of shitcoin, but you get the idea. If you want to swap your crypto into a different currency, this literally, you have no signups, no limits, and no complications. It's nice and easy. And of course, at the bottom, I've got my Telegram announcement groups. Okay, so my announcement channel and my group discussion. If you want to come in, just have a chat with me. The reason why I want to mention this at the end is just because, well, it's good to keep an eye out on this, because when I do go into things, sometimes I'll put the link up here first, especially in my Telegram. If you're in my Telegram group, you always get links first, but this is what's updated first before I actually do a video. So keep an eye on that as well, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. This has been quite a fun one to film, to be honest. It's great to give you my opinions on the top 3 passive income earners for me anyway in crypto. They really do work for me. They're great. Big shout out to Oracle, you know, for really getting me down, you know, the right path when it comes to crypto. And of course, people like Nobody, you know, all the other guys, Crypto Muscle, Don, Dice, everyone else, and of course all the Wolf Pack as well. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and comment down below. It'd be interesting to see your thoughts as well and what works for you when it comes to passive income and crypto. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.